Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Publicist Thoughts. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit different here. Maybe not, but today we're going to be talking about SpaceX ship problems likely to delay Artemis 3 moon mission in 2026, NASA states. This is on an article from space.com that's saying that they have a significant number of launches to go, and that of course gives them concern of December of 2025. You know, I always hear about these articles and stuff like that. I always read them and I wonder who is really actually stating it and stuff like that, because we all know that SpaceX runs far more ahead and doesn't delay on anything. And if they do, they'll make up for it. This is not like we're talking about Boeing or HLS, and all that stuff. HLS. NASA's worried that SpaceX's giant new Starship vehicle won't be ready to carry astronauts to the surface in 2025. And maybe so. It might have to push it maybe a year. But I think once they get Starship going, once they actually make it to orbit, which I believe they will in their second try and stuff like that. They only had a few problems and stuff like that, I'm sure, and I have no doubts that they'll figure it out and they'll be on their way and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that they have to accomplish too as well. I totally get that. And I'm also too curious to see the catch release and stuff like that too, or the release and catch, or whatever, the chopsticks and stuff like that that are going to be grabbing them. But if anything, Starship's a big game changer, period, and I've stated that over and over and over. There's a couple missions out there that are going to be utilizing SpaceX, including that of Starship. There's several different companies that are coming on board to build commercial space stations and all that stuff too as well. Even to make up for the fact that we're going to deorbit ISS, International Space Station, in 2030 allegedly. Which, in my opinion, I don't think we should. A lot of people say, oh, well, it's falling apart, blah, 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 blah. I get that. But the infrastructure that is the space station and stuff like that should be utilized and stuff like that. Like, there's a company called Axiom. They're going to be utilizing the space station, the US's side and our allies' side and stuff like that, to start building their station. And when they're right time, they're going to detach from the space station and stuff like that. I think that's a great idea. But I also think too that, if you're going to build something and stuff too, I think you should utilize the space station. But getting back to our initial discussion here, Starship will put astronauts down near the ice-rich lunar South Pole on Artemis 3. I'm not a real big fan of the whole Artemis 3. I just see it as another wasteful mission and construction of another station that just doesn't make much sense to me, other than to give international partners and stuff like that, But I think that if any company can do it, I have full faith in SpaceX doing it and stuff. I think that if the FAA can get out of the way of SpaceX, that's another thing too. I think that FAA is out of their depth. I think that NASA should become a new agency under the umbrella of NASA, basically, that regulates and not controls, but decides what is good, because they got all the expertise and all that stuff with regards to space. The Federal Aviation Agency has nothing to do with space. They don't know what they're doing and stuff like that. NASA does. And it would be kind of good because they could become an oversight agency of everything commercial and stuff like that. And with NASA kind of moving more towards the more towards the commercial space and allowing commercial space to thrive and to build and go and do everything and stuff, I think it makes the obvious choice that NASA becomes that new agency. And that way we don't lose NASA, because NASA would become the next evolution of space tourism, space industry, commercial space, manufacturing in space, and so on and so forth. And so, but yeah, but also too, Starship isn't the only private vehicle that NASA plans to use. Crewed moon lander. Also too, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company of Amazon, is also going to be providing an Artemis human lander as allegedly as well too. I'm really skeptical on that, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of space people going on, but I'm going to try and do some more discussions in regards to that stuff so that we can kind of diversify the channel a little bit. But I'm running over my 5-minute mark, but let me know what you think down below. Do you think that SpaceX will make it, or will it make up the time? What do you think? Tell me what you think down below. Take care, everybody. Bye.